and today we're looking at the different types of Pokemon. So we're going to start off by looking at the grass type Pokemon. So there are many different types. There are electric, normal, there's poison, there's normal flying, normal walking, water, fighting, fire. So what we're going to do, if we start looking at the grass poison types, so the first one that we've got on our screen here is Bellsprout. So Bellsprout is a little grass poison Pokemon. This is the unevolved version, so we haven't evolved him up yet. As you can see, he's a relatively lightweight Pokemon. He's quite small in height as well. He has 2 attacks of note. One is a Wrap, which is his hard attack, and you've got Acid, which is his poison attack. Obviously you would need 25 Bellsprout candies in order to evolve him, and you can power him up just by 200 Stardust and 1 Bellsprout candy. So that is Bellsprout, and he is combat points of 44 that I have for the minute. As you can see, this is Bulbasaur. So Bulbasaur is a grass poison type Pokemon. He is extra large in weight, coming in at 11.6 kilograms. He is extra large in height as well. Pretty much he's a little dinosaur with a bulb on his back, and he's quite a little fella. Look at him. He is most definitely my most favourite Pokemon so far anyway. He is unevolved at this stage. You can evolve him for 25 candies, and also you can power him up for 200 Stardust and 1 candy. He has got 2 attacks, Power Whip and Tackle. So Power Whip being his most heavy attack there. Okay, and at this particular stage he has combat points of only 58. So the next one that we've got on our list, let's keep on scrolling, would be... Let's keep on going. No, they are bug types. Oddish. There we go. Okay, so here we are. This is Oddish. He is a grass poison type Pokemon again. He is combat points of 366. He's pretty well spec'd up there. He's unevolved as well. He's an extra large Pokemon, coming in at almost 8 kilograms, and his height is pretty standard. He's not extra large or extra small or anything like that. So it would require 1300 Stardust and 15 candies in order to power him up, and likewise to evolve him it would require 25. So I haven't evolved him yet. This is quite a rare Pokemon in my area. I haven't come across him I think only twice actually, so I haven't at this stage got any chance to evolve him, but hopefully in the future I will have. He's got 2 attacks again, Razor Leaf and his heavy attack, which is Sludge Bomb. So that is the little Oddish. We've got Weeping Bell, which is the first evolved type of Bellsprout. So I've evolved this guy, and I've battled with him a couple of times, and he's pretty good. He's all right. He's got quite a devastating voice on him. He is again grass poison, comes in at 2.5 kilograms. He's on the extra small scale. He would require 1,000 Stardust and 1 candy to power him up, and evolve him requires 100 to evolve him to the next level. Okay, again 2 attacks, his minor being Razor Leaf and his major being Sludge Bomb, so pretty much exactly the same as his unevolved self, which was the Bellsprout. So there we have him, and I believe that is all that we have for the grass poison type. Now we've got Grass Bug, which is Paras. This little parasite here. It's quite cute. Once again, to power him up would require 1300 Stardust and 2 candies, and then to evolve him requires 50 candies. So he's quite... he's around my area quite a lot, so I've been able to catch him quite a bit as well. He's got 2 one major attack, 1 minor attack. So minor attack being Bug Bite, major being Cross Poison. Now when you evolve this little guy, you evolve him into Parasect, which is here. So Parasect is the evolved version and as you can see, he is the maximum version. You can't upgrade him any further. He once again is bug grass. He comes in as extra small, as only 20 kilograms as evolved. Once again, Stardust value of 400 and 1 candy to power him up. He's only got combat points of 200 at this stage. I've evolved him to see what he looked like, but I haven't had an opportunity yet to keep on powering him up. So once again, same attacks as you'd have when he is in his unevolved state, which is Paras, which is Bug Bite and Cross Poison. So there we have him. Let's start off with Weedle. This is a little guy. He's got quite a lot of passion. He's quite an angry looking fella, look at that. He's Bug Poison. Comes in at a really whopping 3 kilograms and is really short as well. Once again, to power up 600 candies, 601 candy. To evolve would be 12 candies there. And he's got, once again, has got the standard 2 attacks. One being Bug Bite and his heavy attack, which is Struggle. There we go. This Weedle is coming in at combat points of 45. I do have a higher Weedle above here, which is combat points of 60. So let's have a quick little look at this guy. I don't want to set a nickname. This little guy is a little bit better. He's extra large on the weight. And again, the 2 same attacks. So when it comes down to it, I might get rid of... Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer this Weedle to... And I'm going to my lower spec combat point to the Professor so that I can get some candies and it can go towards picking up the higher Weedle there as well. So if we keep on going, we go through a lot of the other... Oh, I've got another Weedle there as well. So actually what I'll do is I'll get rid of this Weedle too. So there we go. Let's just transfer this guy too, because I've obviously got one which is over 100, which I didn't realise. Oh. There we go. Yeah, so that's the 120 Weedle there as well. On with the bug. So we have, again, this is Caterpie. So Caterpie is, well, basically just your average caterpillar by the look of it. He's a bug type Pokemon. Combat point 146. Comes in at a shocking 2 kilograms. Once again, to power him up would take 1300 Stardust and 2 Caterpie candies. To evolve him would take 12. And then he has the 2 standard attacks there for Bug, which is pretty much your Bite and then your Struggle. Struggle being the most, his hardest attack. So as we carry on, we're going to go straight through some more Pokemon here. We are going to now end up on, we've seen Paras, so now we'll go on to Beedrill. So this is Bug Poison. Beedrill evolves from, I believe, from Caterpie. He then evolves into a Husk, and then evolves from that then into Beedrill. So, oh no, tell a lie, no he doesn't, sorry, I can just see his Weedle candy, he evolves from Weedle. Oh, because obviously Weedle is the grub. Sorry. So yeah, so he evolves from Weedle, goes from Weedle, and then ends up as the highest level, which is Beedrill. So this guy's got combat points of 334. It would take 1000 Stardust plus 1 Weedle candy to power him up. And he has 2 attacks. So one is Bug Bite, the second one, the heavy attack, is Sludge Bomb. I haven't fought with this guy yet, but he is right on my list. I'm trying to power him up as quickly as I can, so when I next get to a gym we can use him. And then we've got Butterfree, which is a flying type. So this is the guy that evolved from Caterpie. So once again, it goes from Caterpie, goes into a sort of Husk, and then from him then he evolves into Butterfree. So Butterfree comes in at 32 kilograms, quite a lot for a butterfly. He is a bug flying type. He takes 1000 Stardust plus 1 Caterpie candy in order to power him up. Obviously this is his full evolved state, and his combat points are 366. So there we go, a nice little dance for you. And he's got 2 attacks. One is Confusion, and his high end being Signal Beam. So there we go, that is him. And I do believe that's it for our Bug Poison. So let's go back down to the beginning again. And what we're going to do now is we're going to have a little look at some of the flying Pokemon. So let's look at Spearow. So Spearow is a normal flying Pokemon, so he just has Spearow candies. He would then power up using 400 Stardust, and one of those candies evolves on 50 candies. He's got quite a low weight. This Spearow is really quite low. I think I picked him up as one of the newest ones. His combat points are only 63. I do have another one in my list which is a lot higher than this guy, which we'll come to in a minute. 2 attacks, quick attack, and his heavy attack, which is Drill Peck. So if we keep on going, we're going to come to the next flying one. We have a Pidgey. So Pidgey is normal flying. You find Pidgeys everywhere and they get to be quite a pain. Now what you can do is you can power up your Pidgey. So 1600 Stardust and 2 Pidgey candies. And obviously you can evolve them as well for 12 candies. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to evolve this guy. So let's take him from Pidgey. Let's evolve him to his next stage. Come on now, Mr. Pidgey. Let's not keep waiting, all the lovely viewers. Thank you very much. So here he goes, he's evolving. He's going to evolve now into... Beautiful, I do believe this is Pidgeotto. There we go, so now we've got Pidgeotto with combat points of 404. So, now just put a little star on him. We can evolve him again to Pidgeot. We won't evolve him this time. I need 5 more Pidgey candies, so I'll get that a little bit later on. His weight is obviously altered as he's evolved. Weight is now 30 kilograms. He's got a height of 1.2 meters, so he's quite the size. And 2 attacks, his lowest being Steel Wing, his highest being Aerial Ace. So there we go. That was our Pidgey that we have evolved into Pidgeotto. There's also Pidgeot as well, which is the fully evolved version of Pidgeotto. So once again, 2 attacks, lowest being Wing Attack, highest being Air Cutter. This combat points to 317, so I'm going to try and see if I can power this guy up as well pretty soon, so I can get him up there. So, other flying ones. Now, if we look at just the standard flying ones for now, I think we have actually covered all those. Yeah, we have. Okay, let's go on to the flying poison. This is Golbat, which evolves from Zubat. So you would need 361 Stardust, 100. No, you wouldn't. You would need 600 Stardust and 1 candy to power him up. You can see how many Zubats there are around my area just by how many Zubat candies I have. I've actually got 101. They're everywhere. Every single new Pokemon that comes up on my screen when my phone vibrates is always Zubat. So there we go. 2 attacks, Wing Attack and Air Cutter. Air Cutter being his strongest flying attack. So that's Golbat. If we keep on going down, we've had a look at Butterfree and Beedrill. So now we're going to look into, let's just keep on, make sure I've done all the flying ones. This is Zubat. So as we saw, Golbat evolved from Zubat. This is Zubat. There we go. So, once again, 800 to power up Stardust and 1 candy. And evolve then using 50 Zubat candies. I'm not going to evolve him at this time. I want to keep 1 Zubat, and I want to power him up as much as he can be without evolving. And so that I'll have the evolved version, which is Golbat, and the unevolved version, which is Zubat. 2 attacks, quick attack, and his heavy attack, which is Air Cutter. Do the poison sort of ghostly ones. So Ghost Poison, this is Ghastly. Now I've always liked Ghastly. I always think he looks like quite a cheeky chappy. And basically this guy is a Ghost Poison Pokemon. He would require 400 Stardust and 1 candy to power up, and then you can evolve him for 25 candies. I haven't evolved him yet. 2 attacks, one which is Lick and the other one which is Ominous Wind, and I do find the second one really quite funny. I don't know why, whenever I see Ominous Wind, I just think that's really quite hilarious. And his combat points are only 92, but I am trying to see if I can power him up quickly as I possibly can. So keep on going into the ghostly ones, ghostly flyers. We've got Haunter. So Haunter once again is a ghost poison Pokemon. I do believe this is the evolved version of Ghastly. So obviously I haven't evolved him. Fortunately, I found Haunter as he is. So this combat points are 292, 800 Stardust, and 1 Ghastly Candy to upgrade him. And then to evolve him, you would need 100 Ghastly Candies, which obviously I've only got 4 for the time being, so we're going to work at getting more. 2 attacks, his light attack being Lick, and his heavy attack being Shadow Ball. There we go, and then I think that's it for the flyers there. Let's go back to Coughing. So Coughing is a poison Pokemon. Pretty much everybody, if you've ever done anything with Pokemon before, you all know Coughing. So pretty much, once again, it would take 1,000 Stardust and 1 candy to power him up, and to evolve him to the next level, it would take 50 candies. Obviously, I don't have that. And then he has 2 attacks, one which is Tackle, and his heavy attack being Sludge, which is a poison attack. So the first one, Magikarp. Now, this guy, as soon as I caught this guy, I thought, oh, great, lovely. We'll evolve this guy up and we'll get him to the highest point. Unfortunately, though, it would take 400 Magikarp candies to evolve him. So, as you can see, I haven't come across that many of him in order to get that many candies. And to power him up, it takes 600 Stardust and 1 candy. He's got 2 attacks, same as everybody else, where he just splashes about, pretty much like that, and where he struggles, where he looks pretty much like that. So those are his 2 attacks, struggle obviously being his highest attack there. So, if we keep on going, Pokemon, that's quite strange, because he's also Psychic as well. So there we go. Psyduck, combat points of 97. Power up points 400 Stardust to 1 candy, and to evolve is 50 candies. 2 attacks, Zen Headbutt and Psybeam, which is his heaviest attack. Staryu. So Staryu is a water type Pokemon again. Once again, take 50 candies to evolve him, and it would take 400 Stardust and 1 candy to power him up. Quite a heavy weight, quite a size to him as well, almost 1 meter in height. 2 attacks, same as all the other Pokemon. 1 water gun, where he sprays water, and 1 which is Power Gem. Again, I think when he lunges at the opponent. Haven't fought with this guy yet, as his combat points are only 89, but I will get there. And then, keeping on with the water type, we have got Goldeen, which again is another fish. This one looks a little bit healthier than Magikarp, and pretty much Goldeen would take 50 candies to evolve, 800 Stardust and 1 candy to power up. Extra large Pokemon, coming in at 22.3 kilograms, and a little under 1 meter in height as well. 2 attacks, Peck, which is a flying attack where she lunges towards somebody, and Horn attack, once again where she lunges towards somebody, but this time sticks them with her horn. Combat points in this one, pretty low again, only 171. I am working to power her up. So if we keep on going, let's have a little look. I do believe Poliwag is water as well. This little cute thing, oh yeah, looks quite angry there. This little thing would take 25 to evolve. I'm almost there with this one, and to power up 1,000 Stardust and 1 candy. Once again, a water type Pokemon, coming in at 16 kilograms. 2 attacks, Bubble and Mud Bomb. So there we go, combat points of 172, almost ready to evolve this one in 2 candies. So let's keep on going. Next we have Seal. So Seal is pretty much, well, it's your sea lion, but with a horn. Looks a little bit like a, what do you call them? Can't remember. A narwhal, that's it. Looks a bit like a narwhal crossed with a seal, crossed with a walrus. This is Seal. Combat points of 203, water Pokemon, 70 kilograms in weight, and once again would take 800 Stardust and 1 candy to power up, 50 candies to evolve. 2 attacks, one being Water Gun and the second being Icy Wind. So that is our Seal. Next we have Horsey. Horsey is, and again, another little water Pokemon, this time in the shape of a seahorse. So this one would take 1300 Stardust and 2 candies to power up, and 50 candies to evolve. I've only come across, I think, 2, and I've only got 15 candies here. 2 attacks, water gun and flash cannon. Flash cannon being the heaviest attack there. Combat points so far of 221, so we'll get that upgraded now before we know it. Got Mankey, which is a normal fighting Pokemon. There we go. Combat points of 11, purely because I've only been able to find one. In my area, you normally get a lot of grass Pokemon, a lot of flyers, not a lot of fighters, but I'm keeping my eye open for this one. So combat points, only 11. 200 Stardust and 1 candy to power up. So I'm going to power this one up now. Come on, Mr. Mankey. Let's not keep everybody waiting. Thank you very much. So now, combat points of 22. That's a bit better. So to evolve again, 50 candies. So 2 attacks. 1 attack being Scratch, and the next one, the highest attack, being Cross Chop. There we go. So that is Mankey, the fighting Pokemon. And now we've got Machop, which is another fighter. This little guy doesn't look as tough, but he requires 400 Stardust to power up and 1 candy, and to evolve requires 25 candies. So this guy comes in at 17 kilograms, very respectable, and 0.7 of a meter. So 2 attacks once again, lowest attack being Low Kick, highest being Brick Break. So I'm hoping, again, combat points of 77, so I'm hoping to do this to power up this guy pretty soon as well. Again, I've only come across 2 of these guys that I've got, which is Diglett. This little guy, haven't come across a lot of these guys, only this one. That's why I've got no other Diglett candies. 200 Stardust and 1 candy to power up, 50 to evolve. Only combat points of 23. I've never fought with this guy, but he's most definitely raring to go. 2 attacks, one his lightest attack being Mudshot, heaviest being Rock Tomb. So I'm hoping to have him powered up very soon. Another one is Marowak. Marowak is the evolved version of Cubone. As you can see again, he's a ground type Pokemon, coming in at 73 kilograms, so he's very, very heavy, extra large type, 1.2 meters in stature, with 400 Stardust and 1 candy to power up, and 2 attacks, Rock Smash, and his heaviest being Dig. And then we have, as you saw earlier, we've got Geodude. Oh, sorry fella, how can I forget you? So Geodude, he's pretty awesome, ready to just go and rip people apart. Combat points of 236. He's a rock ground type. Power up him needs 1300 Stardust and 2 candies. This is only the second one I've come across. He is very heavy at 15 kilograms, and to evolve him would take 25. And 2 attacks, lightest being Rock Throw, heaviest being Rock Slide. And then the last one that we've got, which you already saw, which is Rhydon. Rhydon, Ground Rock. He's the evolved version of Rhyhorn. So when I put a lure on top of a Pokestop, this guy was attracted. Combat points of 497. This guy's ready for anything. I fought with him twice, and I held a gym for a week with this guy. So 2 attacks, 1 Rock Smash, and his heaviest being Earthquake. That'll take a whopping 60 points off the enemy. I love these because these guys always look spaced out or sleeping. So this guy is Abra. He evolves into Abracadabra. As you can see, he's sleeping, but don't let that fool you, he's still ready for anything. He is a psychic Pokemon, comes in at an extra small size of only 9 kilograms in weight, and an extra small height of 0.6 of a meter. To power him up would take 1300 Stardust and 2 candies, and to evolve him takes 25 candies. So he has 2 attacks, lightest being Zen Headbutt, heaviest being Shadow Ball. Combat points of this guy, 167. Next we have a Slowpoke. He is a water psychic Pokemon, but I've grouped him under the psychic side because I just think he looks fantastic for a psychic Pokemon. He looks properly spaced out. Combat points of 163, weight of 35 kilograms, height of 1.2 meters, power up of 600 Stardust and 1 candy, and to evolve he needs 50. 2 attacks, his lightest being Water Gun, heaviest being Water Pulse. So his Water Pulse will do 30 points of damage to the enemy. So then we've got some of the other fantastic Pokemon in the Psychic category, which is Drowsy. I love this guy, love his fingers, independent movement, and he's always quite happy to just rip people apart by the look of it. So he's got 1,000 Stardust and 1 Candy to power up and 50 to evolve. We'll see what this guy evolves into very shortly. Comes in at 32 kilograms and his height is 0.9 of a meter. He's got 2 attacks, lightest being Pound, heaviest being Psybeam. And now we've got Jinx. Again, Ice Psychic. So this is Jinx. There we go. So she needs 800 Stardust and 1 Candy to power up. Jinx is just on her own. She doesn't evolve into anything. She's just, well, Jinx. So that's Jinx there. 2 attacks. Lightest being Frost Breath, heaviest being Draining Kiss. I've used this Pokemon twice to fight, and she held off pretty well. Combat points of 338, so very good. And now we've got Hypno. Now Hypno is the evolved version of Drowsy. Now this little red icon to the left just means he's actually in a gym, making sure that holding that gym down. So I'm earning some Pokecoins off this guy. Combat points of 545. It's a obviously Psychic Pokemon. He is the evolved version of Drowsy, and he requires 1,000 Stardust and 1 Candy to power up. Can't evolve him any further. 2 attacks, Zen Headbutt and Shadow Ball, which is his heaviest. And then coming on to the last type of Pokemon. Now we've got Lightning still to look at and Fire, so I'm going to group those two together. Here we have Fire, which we have the Flareon, which is the evolved version of Eevee. So a Fire type Pokemon, extra small in weight, coming in at just over a meter in height. She has 2 attacks, Ember and Fire Blast, which takes a maximum of 60 points off an opponent. To power up, she needs 1,300 Stardust and 2 candies. Combat points of 871. So very, very high there. So if we keep on going down, we'll see Eevee. This is the unevolved version. There she is. Little cuteness. She again needs 1,300 Stardust and 2 candies to power up and 25 to evolve. 2 attacks, Quick Attack, and her heaviest attack, which is Dig. And then if we keep on going, we will then eventually come to our last guy that we're going to look at for now, which is... Oh, where have you gone? Ah, there we go. So we've got Pikachu. So everybody knows Pikachu. He is the electric mouse. So here we are, electric type. Extra small in weight, 3.9 kilograms. Tiny in height as well. 1,300 Stardust and 2 candies to power up. 50 to evolve. And 2 attacks, Quick Attack. And his heavy attack, which is Thunderbolt. We've then also got Charmander. Love Charmander. Evolves into Charizard. Fire Pokemon. Stardust of 800 to power up. And Candy of 1. And then 25 then to evolve. This is the first Charmander that I've actually come across. So I haven't been able to evolve him. But I power. 2 attacks, Ember and Flamethrower being his heaviest. Combat points of 172. So there we have it, folks. That's just been a quick look at some of my Pokemon. I've tried to group them together just for ease of use and ease of browsing through this video if you didn't want to watch it all. So I hope you've enjoyed, and there are going to be plenty more Pokemon videos as we go through. I've only got 64 to 250 Pokemon, so there's going to be plenty more videos where that came from. If you've got any ideas, if you want me to talk about a specific type of Pokemon, go into it a bit more. If you want me to delve into a certain type of a certain part of the game, then once again, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video or dislike it if you liked it or disliked it. And once again, please subscribe so you have all the up-to-date information on all my videos going up. And today we are looking at evolving our Pokemon. So to begin with, let me just catch this little Pidgey. and then we're going to evolve this guy, and we're going to go through some of my inventory, and then we're going to evolve those Pokemon as well, the ones that are ready to be evolved. So in order to evolve your Pokemon, you must have enough candy, and then when you're ready, click evolve. This now will evolve your Pokemon. So why should you evolve your Pokemon? Well, to be honest, you evolve them so that your combat points increase. You stand a much better chance of defeating your opponents inside the gym. The higher your combat points, essentially the harder your Pokemon becomes. The more damage that you can do to the other Pokemon inside the gym, to your opponent. So Pidgey would then evolve to Pidgeotto, as we've seen here. Making sure once again that if I want to evolve him one last time into Pidgeot, I need enough candy. So now we're going to go through the sequence again. Now we're going to evolve him into Pidgeot. So I'll give it a couple of seconds. There we go. This is his final evolving stage. Some Pokemon evolve twice, some Pokemon evolve 3 times. Obviously, once you have evolved them, if they're not in your Pokedex like this, then they will just be put in there. They'll be registered into your Pokedex. So there we go. That's Pidgeot. He has now been evolved from Pidgeotto, which that Pokemon was then evolved from Pidgey. So there we go. So again, got the 2 standard attacks, but his attacks now are a lot harder. So now we're going to move on to Weedle. Weedle, once again, is a bug Pokemon, so different from the flying Pokemon that we saw previously. So make sure, once again, you've got enough candy, and then when you're ready to evolve, hit that evolve button. And then what you're going to be asked then is if you want to evolve. Yes, you do. So once again, pretty much the whole evolving animations are going to be exactly the same. Obviously, the difference being the Pokemon you start off with, the Pokemon you end up with. So now we've evolved Weedle into his next stage, which is Kakuna. Kakuna is a very, very good Pokemon. You know, not too bad in a gym. His combat points here are only 10. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer this Pokemon to the Professor, because I have another Kakuna in my inventory with combat points of 50. So if I just have a little scroll down here, you'll see, there we are, Kakuna there on the left hand side, combat points of 50. So that's perfect. So let's evolve, let's power up Kakuna. So now we've taken him from 50 combat points to 56. Lovely stuff. Right, so let's have a little look. Now let's get the next Pokemon to evolve. This Pokemon is now Zubat. So Zubats you'll find anywhere. They aren't rare at all. They're very, very overwhelming when you see as many of them as I have come across. In one day, between a 1 mile walk, I have collected